first and foremost, and this, this may seem obvious, but I have to tell you, it is not obvious to most people. Most writers that I know, most people that I know, when they write an article, and then after they've written an article, they think of a good headline, or they try to think of a good headline. And consequently, what happens is most of the time and attention is spent on writing the article and not the headline. And frankly, you guys might be thinking right now, well, of course, like, writing it is a lot harder. Well, I beg to differ. I think the single most important factor in the success of an article on LinkedIn, or frankly, an article anywhere on the web, is the headline. You have very, very limited amount of time to get people's attention. And it is a noisier social media landscape than ever before. And certainly on LinkedIn, a noisier landscape than ever before, with people posting, companies posting, hearing about jobs, ads now. It is crowded as all heck. And so the only way to cut through the clutter and generate attention is to devise an amazing headline. And then after you've thought of the headline, write the article to meet the headline. So most people put 90% of their attention on the article and 10% on the headline. I put 90% of my time and attention on the headline and 10% on the article. A couple of tips within the headline writing space. I like to say it's the BuzzFeed and Upworthy strategies. The BuzzFeed strategy is a list. Nothing shocking there, but the reality is people really do gravitate to lists. There's a reason that my post, 11 simple ways to become a better leader, is one of the top posts of all time, and it's done almost 3 million page views. It's a promise with a list attached. So people love a headline as a promise, and people love a list because it tells them there's a finite amount of material that they're going to grasp from this article, and they appreciate that. And then the second is the Upworthy strategy, the emotional connection. So, and as an example, the title of this keynote, How LinkedIn Can Change Your Life. That's a pretty big promise, and it's something that really resonates emotionally. So how can you deliver a headline in your LinkedIn articles that delivers a similar emotional promise? And then, of course, you have to actually be able to meet it with the content. But, it's been my experience that you think of the headline first, you can crank out content that meets that promise. So number one is headline. Number two, find or take a compelling photo. Even though LinkedIn has been a little behind the 8 ball compared to Twitter and Facebook and Instagram in terms of going visual, the reality is LinkedIn has become as visual a platform as all of those, which means that after your headline, the second most important thing that you can do is have a super attention-grabbing, awesome photo. You can go to Shutterstock or another place that you can license a photo, or you can take your own. Find a way to take a photo that will really get people's attention. Next, write the post, and frankly, keep it concise. A lot of people think longer is better. It's been my overall overwhelming experience that writing a post that's 500, 600 words is more than enough. Now, the good news is on LinkedIn, you can go longer, but it's been my experience that conciseness is valuable everywhere on the web, including LinkedIn. Now, some cool things that you can do with the LinkedIn platform along the way. You can embed SlideShare presentations. You can embed YouTube videos. You can do some block quotes to call out specific aspects of your article. But by and large, write a concise post. Next, include 2 calls to action at the end of the post. Let me explain what I mean by 2 calls to action. One call to action is, of course, whatever you're selling. So whatever you want to drive people to, whether it's, so you'll notice at the end of all my posts, you'll see a push to either buy one of my books, hint, pre-order, The Art of People, or sign up for a free account at 𝗨𝗶𝗁𝗏.com, or some other, or learn more about our process for big brands at 𝗨𝗶𝗫𝑚edia.com. So no matter what, there's a call to action for folks to become a lead, essentially, become a lead of ours and get off of the LinkedIn platform.